K-pop industry shaken. EJAE publicly calls out Jungkook, collab rumor or career trap. Something is happening in the K-pop industry. Something powerful enough to rattle fan communities, shake production teams, and even threaten the safest reputation in global pop music. Jungkook, the golden magne of BTS and one of the most influential figures in modern music, is suddenly at the center of a conflict he never asked for. But this storm didn't come from a scandal, paparazzi ambush, or dating rumor. It came from EJAE, a name once attached to quiet genius, now roaring dangerously at the edge of industry controversy. EJAE, a former SM Entertainment trainee turned songwriter and performer, has built a reputation in the shadows of K-pop royalty. Her pen has produced chart hits. Her voice recently reached Hollywood through Netflix's animated film release K-pop Demon Hunters, where she voiced Rumi. Suddenly, she stepped forward. Suddenly, she spoke publicly. And when she did, it wasn't a love confession. It wasn't a collaboration announcement. She called out a BTS member, Jungkook, by name. The K-pop industry froze that night. Producers went silent. Company PR teams took positions. Even non-fans knew instantly. This wasn't just a viral moment. This was a warning. It began with a cryptic live stream. EJAE sat in a quiet studio, microphone on, headphones around her neck. Her eyes told a story before she even opened her mouth. She hit broadcast, and within seconds, thousands of fans joined. There was no music playing, no album to promote, no sponsor message. She didn't smile. She didn't greet viewers. She simply said, "I didn't want to speak about this, but I think people deserve to know the truth. Some of us in this industry are afraid to tell it, but I won't stay silent anymore. So yes, I'm talking to you, Jungkook." That moment, that sentence, exploded like dynamite across the internet. Jungkook's name trended in over 40 countries within minutes. Hashtags multiplied in languages across the world. What truth? Why call him out publicly? Was this personal? Professional? A warning? A trap? EJAE kept talking. People keep asking if we worked together, if something happened, if there was a collaboration, if there was something else. I'm not here to get attention. I'm here because I don't want anyone to be manipulated, not artists and not fans. Manipulated by who? Then she said something even more dangerous. This industry is full of ghosts. People you never see, but feel. People who control careers, cancel deals, bury songs, and decide who gets to succeed. You know that. I know that. And lately, I've seen their hands reaching toward Jungkook too. Believe me, he needs to be careful. Screenshots of her words flooded TikTok, X, and Instagram. The K-media outlets began translating her statement. Korean netizens reacted strongly. Some called her brave. Others called her reckless. Some demanded proof. Others warned her to delete everything before this escalates beyond control. But she didn't withdraw. She didn't apologize. In fact, she doubled down. She ended her live stream with one last loaded sentence. Jungkook knows what I'm talking about. He was given a choice. He should be careful who he trusts, because some offers are not collaborations. They're traps. The global K-pop community erupted. Was she protecting him? Attacking him? Exposing something darker? Was this a publicity stunt, or a desperate warning about the music industry? What choice did Jungkook have to make? And who was trying to trap him? The controversy grew bigger when fans went hunting for clues and uncovered something EJAE never mentioned directly. Weeks before her statement, anonymous producers in private forums had talked about a confidential global project targeting top Korean solo artists. Leaks suggested the project was not from HYB or any Korean agency. It was coming from powerful Western investors pushing into K-pop, attempting to acquire artists through individual partnerships rather than working with their companies. Their rumored first target, Jungkook. Why Jungkook? That answer was obvious. Even during BTS's military hiatus, he didn't disappear. He dominated global charts as a solo artist. He broke streaming records. He sold out global merchandise drops without a promotional campaign. He placed number 4 in the top 100 most handsome faces of K-pop 2025, maintaining his global allure even off-duty. His voice ruled Spotify. His performances ruled TikTok. His name alone held marketing power stronger than entire companies. He wasn't just a star anymore, he was a brand weapon. And in 2025, the year the industry changed forever, with rookie groups like AHOF breaking into the market aggressively with 369,850 copies sold in 1 week, competition intensified. Agencies wanted dominance. Investors wanted ownership. And influencers wanted relevance. Power was shifting. Control was at stake. And Jungkook had become a target for people who wanted to control the future of K-pop. EJAE's message suddenly made sense. Some offers are not collaborations. They're traps. Was she referring to these investors? Was Jungkook approached with a deal that would separate him from BTS? Or worse, was someone trying to buy Jungkook's loyalty? Why was EJAE the one speaking out? What did she know that others didn't? And why did she risk everything to say this publicly? She wasn't naive. She knew that going against major forces could end her career. Yet she talked anyway. Was this an act of courage or a calculated move? The questions piled up. But there was one more piece of the puzzle, the part nobody expected. Because only days after EJAE's cryptic message, one piece of leaked audio changed everything. And that audio, allegedly recorded inside a private studio in Seoul, connects EJAE's warning directly to Jungkook's most secret decision. The question now isn't whether EJAE was telling the truth. The question is, what was Jungkook hiding? And who was he trying to protect? EJAE's statement did not fade like most celebrity chatter. It grew, multiplied, and became a storm too big to control. Major news outlets tried to ignore it, but fans made that impossible. They dissected every word, every phrase, and every breath of her live stream. Something in her eyes convinced millions that she wasn't lying. Maybe she wasn't telling everything, but what she did say held weight. And people could feel it. The rumor that someone was trying to pull Jungkook into a dangerous deal spread quickly. Anonymous producers kept dropping hints online about a global music power play forming behind the scenes. It was whispered that Western producers, billionaire investors, and even private AI music labs were hunting K-pop icons to use their names, voices, and influence as global commercial tools. They didn't want to collaborate. They wanted ownership, control,
permanent licensing rights.
Jungkook would be the perfect trophy. That was when everything escalated. A known studio technician from Gangnam leaked a short piece of audio that sent shockwaves through K-pop forums. The technician claimed the audio came from a private meeting inside a high-security recording studio in Seoul, and there were rumors it involved someone from Jungkook's team. The file was only 24 seconds long, but it changed everything. The voice in the recording was calm, calculated, dangerous. It did not sound like someone negotiating music. It sounded like someone issuing a warning. If he walks away, we will simply make it impossible for him to operate in Korea again. The company cannot protect him from this. No one can. He either chooses global expansion with us or he loses. That final word echoed into silence. Loses what? His career? His freedom? His name? Millions of fans listened to that audio. Many cried. Some got angry. All of them knew exactly who he was. The unnamed target of that threat was obvious. They were talking about Jungkook. Rumors spread that Jungkook had already been approached with a contract rumored to be so extreme that signing it would give a foreign production group lifetime rights to his voice and face using next-generation AI technology. The deal was rumored to include synthetic vocals, AI stage avatars, and digital licensing that would keep him performing forever, even after he retired. It would turn his voice into a product, his image into a weapon, and his freedom into a myth. But Jungkook refused, and that was when the threats began. Now EJAE's words made sense. She hadn't attacked him. She had warned him. But why? What was her connection to this hidden battle?